Alright guys, we're going to do a demonstration to tear your bike apart, put the new bars and clutch levers on. I guess for one, all you're going to need is an Allen key and a Phillips screwdriver. Your Phillips is going to be underneath where your switches and where your other, for your electrical accessories. Because two screws in the bottom, same over here. So Frodo, we're going to grab your Allen wrench and we're going to start taking things off.
Now, mind you, if you don't have these on here, this is obviously a step you can skip.
Correct. Now, if you have the same brush guards that I have, take those off, get your mirrors off. But the next thing you want to do is take your grips off. This is part of the zero throttle here, so that'll come off then when we pull this off. But you want to get an 8mm, and you got these here, these 8mm bolts here. You got two here, and let's just take these off. You can take these off too first, but I like to take these off, just get them out of the way. Loosen them up, just to give you guys an idea. Oh, that's on there. Yep, you just twist these out. Okay, you can turn that one off. Then once you unbolt all those, it'll look like this. Just put these back in so you don't lose the bolts. Same over here. You do have your brake wires in them, and then you have your clutch wires here.
Or in his case, if he really doesn't want the clutch safety on there, he could actually just take these wires and just tie them together. If you take these two wires and tie them together, it's pretty much like having that switch. It's as if you're pulling in your clutch pretty much all the time. Yeah,
it's just a safety. In order to start the bike, you have to push the clutch in. So right now, you're bypassing it, and you won't even do that.
Yeah, so that way
good thing you brought that up there, because I might just do that.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
So the next step, your two Phillips heads. You want to come out here. You might want to pull a pressure on the top. Give a good pressure. If it doesn't feel like it's going,
how tight did you put those things last time?
I didn't think I put them that tight. But be careful you don't round it off. There you go, that one was pretty nice.
Now try the other side, that might come loose.
Yeah. Again, put some... Oh, yeah. Goodness. You don't want to tighten them that tight. And I don't even know how that was that tight. If I tighten them that tight, I don't know how I didn't strip it out. Honestly.
Yeah, it probably just could have been from just getting in there and then when everything just started snugging up a little bit.
Yep, so this would be good. Don't lose these. And they are pretty long bolts. I'll get this one here quick. It is so hot today, I tell you. Now, just same side over here. These already broke loose, so I'll take those off. There we go. One right back here.
Sorry, I can't really show you guys what's going on. He's got his hand in the way. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so that's loose. Now what you'll see here, is don't let it fool you or scare you. There's not a whole lot of components here that you're gonna have to. It's literally as simple as that. Now inside here, see this hole here? There should be one on the bottom too. But this what is the top one or bottom one? There's a little notch in here.
It's this right here.
Oh, right here.
Yep. So this hole right here you can kind of disregard. It's this one right here that you got to worry about.
Yeah, and this will go right at the bottom, and this keeps it from keeps the whole thing from sliding back and forth. It's to catch it, keep it in one spot. And again, you can kind of just be careful. Everything's bundled, so you kind of just lay it down a little bit. And same concept over here. But what you got going over here is you also have your throttle. So what you want to do, so I'm going to see, get over here, there's the bolt. Don't lose that.
Yeah, see, don't do what we just did, dropping screws on the floor.
And then you can gently pull down a little bit. You'll see your throttle cable here. Literally grab it right here.
Yep.
And kind of wiggle it out a little bit.
Yeah, see?
Now it won't go anywhere if you leave it. So just, again, same concept. Kind of let her down a little bit.
Yep. Now that you got that off, you can pop this whole thing off.
Slide all that
if you
off.
look right there, that hole, you see there's a little groove right there? That's how the cable goes in and out. And then it goes down around on this, like down towards, right around here. That's how your cable wraps around. That's basically what gives you your throttle pull. That's how your throttle opens, pretty much. Now in Adam's case, he got a new one. We don't know for sure if it's gonna work or if it's the same thing.
Yeah, if the other one's too big or too small. So if not, we'll just there's no reason why we can't use that.
Yeah, just take the old grip off if
But-
he wants to use the old grips or whatever. But
That'd be the whole thing getting that off. So,
There's that.
but yeah, this we're just gonna keep this here. I know this is that. But then yeah, the next step is your bars, and the reason why I didn't take these off first is it'll be much easier taking all the screws and the 8mm bolts and all that off. So now grab your wrench or your Allen key, Allen wrench. I still don't know what size it is, but any of your aftermarket what do you call it, mirrors and stuff like that will come with this. My bike actually came with one, my Hellcat. It came with a little tool pouch, so this is for the bars. But find the right Allen key and break them loose. My thumb still hurts so bad from that.
crash.
Yeah. Yeah, just sprained it. Yeah, we're riding up through the woods, and I go skirting up through the woods. Jack was in front of me, and I go to hit a log, the whole thing. Now, if you're on a dirt bike or anything, if you get up onto a sidewalk, sometimes it likes to just kind of ride the log. Well, that's what happens, and I went down.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It was
not fun.
I was wondering what was happening,
Yeah.
and then I looked, and there was a huge, like, 6-inch round log just laying in front of him. And he was on the ground. I'm like, what
Yeah.
are you doing? Get off the ground.
I'm not sure what happened to my thumb, but I jammed it pretty good. And it actually really hurts. But
Runaway grip.
get this over here.
Let me grab
for you.
this. Let me grab this quick. It's rolling around. It's running away. It don't like us anymore. It's okay. All right, now, well, judging by this grip here that Adam got, it may or may not work. I'm not sure. You can tell the new one here, this one here, has got a little bit more beef to it, which in his case may or may not help with his throttle slack that he has. I don't know yet. I don't even know if it'll fit in his casing, but I don't know. We'll figure that out when that time comes.
It was at this moment that he knew.
All right. Now you have your handlebars off. Now you grab your old handlebars and you throw them in your dumpster. Just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Keep those
These
around.
are always nice to have.
Those bars right there saved Adam's life off my bike because he bent his.
Yeah, I bent mine. Looped the
Wrecking
bike.
once again.
Looped the bike and bent the whole entire bar all the way down. Looked like a nice low-rider chopper or something. And threw his on. So keep those around. Now your bike looks like a mess. Looks like who knows what to do now.
I mean,
Looks,
it kind of looks like a street bike, you know. The handle grips are down here.
That is
far.
true.
If you're really feeling brave, you can try to ride it like that.
that is true. That or it looks like someone's getting ready to sell it on Craigslist because they don't know how to put it back together. But
Or that.
now we're putting new bars on. Oh man, these things are so light. I like them. I like them a lot. Now, alright guys, you got your bars. What you want to do then is, actually I'm going to sit on the bike here. And you can do the final adjustments at the end. But these do have nice grips on here too. So once you put them in place,
let me get it close up.
without trying to round
See that? Yeah, see that right there?
all the lines.
That'll be nice right there because that'll actually bite into your clamps right here. Basically, keep them from like going back and forth. I don't know if you ever ridden an old bicycle.
If you guys like doing stoppies, and I'm sure a lot of you just found out if you do, these bars like to move if you don't have them cranked tight.
Yeah, factory.
So
yeah, those
these splines will grip in here, and hopefully almost 95% of the time this thing won't move unless your bolts are loose or something.
Yes. See the factory bars right here? They don't have anything on there. You can see where those clamps are on there, and it doesn't have anything on there at all. Just paint. I think paint was the only thing that was keeping this thing from sliding around everywhere.
Honestly, yeah. But yeah, with these splines here, and like I said, with now these splines, you want to line them up exactly where your
Or generally close.
yeah.
See, it's a little bit off there. We'll pop it.
But once you have this down and semi-tight, it's gonna be
Oh.
kind of hard to adjust your bars until you have it all off.
Yeah, it's
So
about center
let's
right
try to get a general fit. So I'm just getting kind of a dry fit here. What if I want them? I think right there would be half solid there. That's about centered there. Looks like right to you.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, see how these splines right here are matching close to that grip on both sides? See how the gaps are about the same? Could maybe go over that way a little bit, or you know what? It's hard to tell through the camera. It looks
We'll
alright.
put these on now. On your let me put this down here. On your bar clamps here, there's a dot that's up top here. You want to put that up top.
You want to put it facing towards your display here, basically facing in front of the bike, right there.
Now that's how the bike came. We're gonna put it. That's the reason why they have the dot there. That's how they want it.
But it might have something to do with like the offset of these bolt holes. If you switch around, it may not be perfectly
true.
circled.
That's true. But yeah, put your holes up top. We'll fit these on here. And we'll get ready to clamp her down here.
Alright guys, once you guys got your hold downs here with this dot facing forward, now when you tighten these down, since you got 2 screws here, you basically want to make sure you tighten them down so this gap right here between the actual like fork clamp and the actual top part of the clamp, so the space is about the same. See how that gap's bigger than up here? Basically you want to start tightening this down first since the gap's bigger. You basically, by the time you're done tightening, you want these 2 gaps to be pretty much about even. Adam's going to do this here real quick. It's a little difficult because he's got a crossbar in his bars.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm like that too, to a certain extent. You might be a little bit more than I am, but that's all depending on what it is too. But yeah, we always like to try to generally do it the right way. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's gonna feel so much better than the factory bars. I don't, just because that's that grip there.
Yeah, as you can see, they don't look like they're moving too much. If anything,
nice.
his factory anti-vibe is moving around more than the bars are.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I can feel it with my finger when he pulls back on it. Yeah, it's definitely the bar clamps moving.
This is gonna feel so much more solid, because look, I can feel the bars a little flex, but once I tighten this up here, I can feel like a sturdy bar there. But actually, yeah, that might not feel too bad on the road. Awesome, guys. All right, well, well, here's the next step. I guess we gotta try to figure out this, where we're gonna drill this hole at.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I guess we're gonna start putting things on.
What we'll do is we'll just do it, and then what we'll do is we'll like break it all down and explain to you how we found like where to position the holes at, because every blade's gonna be a little different depending on where you have your where your pullback of your bars is, where do you have your bars set back or how far forward. Because if you have them set back and you set them how we set them, then your everything, like all your handles and stuff like that, it could be too far forward like that, or they could be too far back. You know what I mean? You want them generally where they came from or where you prefer them to be.
Cool. All right. Well, we're gonna now put everything together, figure out what we figured out, and then we'll go back and try to explain to you guys. So. Yep. We'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll basically just break down like all the tools, like the drill bit, like the drill bits, the drill and stuff like that we use to basically to like put the hole there and basically just set everything up. So yeah, we'll get back to you guys on that one. All right, guys, we just want to give you a quick little update here, just a quick little tech tip or whatever you would want to call it to putting your grips on. So this is going to be his throttle side, okay? Basically, I've been taught over the years to use anything like rubbing alcohol, like 90-10 rubbing alcohol, or shop solve in this case, anything that evaporates over time. Not like, don't use water because it'll stay underneath the grip and it'll just make it slide off going down the road, and you don't want that. Basically, it helps basically slide it right onto here. I don't know if you're familiar with like bicycle or something like that, trying to put grips on. You have to fight it to get it on there. This right here, it's like a no fight thing. Basically just spray that, spray the grip, get it on there. If you watch closely, see how it just slides right on there? No fight at all.
And since
Just
it
like
evaporates real quick, one-time thing, it shouldn't mess up your grips or anything, won't eat it or anything.
Nope.
It'll dry right away. And you were saying rubbing alcohol, like a high percentage of it, like a 90-something?
Yeah, something that's a higher percent alcohol than it is anything else, because we have 70-10 in there, and I've used it before on something like this, and it just didn't work very well because it just stuck around. And it was basically like using water. Your grips just slid right off. So you don't want that going on the road. You don't want your grips coming off, and
no,
you would probably die.
And what we discovered with this handlebar setup, the grips that come with, and the twist throttle for the Hellcat, and that'll go with all the bikes because they're all the exact same setup. I think that just fell. The twist throttle part, like where you slide your throttle cable in, it's much bigger, like it's wider.
Yeah, how I was saying earlier, it's basically, I was saying that it may or may not work, and in this case it isn't going to work because it hits the top of the case here.
You won't be able to put it down all the way.
Yeah, you won't be able to get it down. It'll be about that much of a gap.
And if you do, it's just going to be stuck there.
Yeah, your throttle will be stuck. So, yeah, this throttle, unfortunately, is not going to work.
Either way, it doesn't matter. We got the grip on. That's kind of what really matters. So if you use your... So word of advice, use your stock twist throttle.
Yep.
There you go. Then you won't go wrong. Now we'll get this grip back on. Actually, should we put this grip? We could put this grip on.
Yeah, we should probably position that a while.
Yeah, put the grips on, everything that. And same concept we're going to do with this. You do want to cut these out if you have bar end mirrors that go directly into the end of the bar,
or in his case,
my brush guards that go in there. So we'll get that all taken care of. Okay, guys. So we are going to show you how to do it. We figured out how to do it on this side, and this is pretty solid, real good. It worked out perfect. So T's way of doing it worked out great. So we're going to give you a quick demonstration how to do it. Same concept for here. So T, what do you got going on here?
I'm sure you guys saw my bars on my bike. I don't think we really did an explanation on that.
No, we haven't. That's why we're doing it now.
I guess this is why this will make up for it. Basically, this is a paint marker. Any paint marker will work. This is, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Forney? I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. It's some sort of paint marker. As long as you get any color, something preferably that's a little bit different color than what color bar you're using. But basically, what we're going to do is use this marker to highlight just the top of where this nub is. It's supposed to be sunk into the bar, like where you drill the hole in the bar to basically keep it from turning. This is basically what stops it from doing that. So you got to drill a hole in your bar to lock it in. So basically what I'm going to do here is just paint marker the crap out of this. If I can get something going here. Yeah, I'm just going to put a little bunch on there. Alright, now that we got that, you want to hold that?
I'll hold that and get on the bike so we can position it where I want it.
I'm gonna kind of go by.
This almost is a two-person thing.
I'm gonna kind of go by the other one too.
Yeah.
So, judging by this, if it's positioned about right there.
So you're positioning it.
You basically want to just basically have all your grips and everything already preset, everything that goes on your bars, and then the last thing to do really is just put this stuff on. So I think that should be a good enough mark there.
All right, what we got here? We got a mark.
Let's see. Yeah, something there.
All right, you want to shine that there and get off the bike.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be hard to see with this, but you can see a little something right there. It's like right there at the tip of my finger if you look closely. Yeah, I think it's that.
You want to cap the marker?
Yeah, that should be
I'll get the drill bit out.
Here, let me just mark it a little bit better with this. Yeah, I did mark it a little better there. You might have to come over to this side to see it better.
Oh, there we go.
Yep, see that little black dot right there? That's basically where we're going to want to drill your hole at.
Yep, and they going on that angle there. So, Tom, you want to hold the camera?
Yeah, where's the cap at? Oh, the cap's right here. I do that every single time. I put the cap up there and freak out where the cap's at. It just turns into a hole.
And which is nice, these bars are aluminum. So it's going to drill very nice. And this is a very dull bit. And how we figured out which size the drill was we found a drill bit that we had. And we'll go
luckily, it was the one that we needed.
Yeah, so get the factory bars. And this fits exactly right in there.
Yep, it's a little bigger.
Well,
but
it's a little bigger, actually.
Yeah, but it'll help you position it better wherever.
This will work. It won't be loose or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about, like, too much play. But literally, Tom actually won't be my eye here. I'm going to go in this angle, but just to confirm.
Oh, you have it set?
Yep. I'm going to put a little pressure on it, just so hopefully it puts a little indent in there, a little pilot hole. Start out slow. It's not wandering. You can go a little higher.
Look like you're about to get on with the bar. Go ahead and keep on with it.
Would recommend safety glasses for this. I just thought about that now, because it's flying pretty good. Zoom it out a little bit, get all the shavings out. Then what you want to do is take a file to it a little bit, if you have little edges like this. So you get a clear, yeah. See, actually that one's actually pretty smooth there. That's how the other one was, but if it's not, it's a little edged, get a little file in there. File it down a little bit, make it smooth. And then we'll be able to put this on here and get it all zipped. Alright guys, we got the hole drilled, as you saw. And now it's time to put it back on, and let's see how well this worked out. Now the problem is then finding it.
Yep, right there it is.
There it is?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Now you just want to get your Phillips screwdriver, zip those on there.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is. Because if not, it wouldn't go together, right?
Yeah, and once you tighten them up, and then it'll get tighter. And these bars look sweet on here. Now, I'll have to do it before, test them out and everything, but as far as looks and everything, and just going by a quick feel of it, and these, it looks really I like them. I like them a lot. They're definitely better than stock bars. It lowers it down a little, just what we figure, about an inch it seems like. So about an inch or so it lowers it down. Not as much as if you'd get some wide fatty bars that just drop it down, because then you do get bar risers with it, but it's not as near as high as the stock one. So you lose a good bit.
Yeah, it's like mine.
Yeah, but it works good because it's bike's lower and stuff. But if you want to do wheelies or anything like that, it's be a lot more harder to do.
And me being taller, my arms are a little.
Yeah, a little longer arms, but it's all in your preference or everything like that. These seem like a nice happy medium in between, and it gives it more of a, still keeps a nice, like, it's a little wider that way, a little longer there. So it makes them like, looks like nice wide bars, but still got a little bit of height to her. It's good. Yeah, like an in between like the small ones and then like the factory ones. It's got, I like them. They look sweet on the bike. Not gonna lie, they look pretty sweet. And that looks like it's fitting up pretty well there, and gives it just a nice.
Everything, the switches are about the same on both sides.
Oh yeah,
It's about the same.
so that's all up. I'm gonna put this back on it now, the clutch lever back on, and then we'll show how to take the clutch actual lever off, and we'll put the brake one back on. But we want to get that position, and it'll be a lot easier to swap out these. And quickly, I'm going to go into. I already have them stripped out. I'm going to get ready to put them together, solder them on, put some shrink wrap on there, or heat wrap, and call it a day. And it looks like we have a little extra here, then we can kind of just close her off in. So actually that worked out pretty nice. So we'll get that and we'll show you the final product and how it's working, and then I guess explain how to get those on. So sweet. Alright guys, yep. This is the final thing to do then. Once you got all that tightened up and all that shenanigans done, you want to get your brake lever and your clutch lever, put them on here, snug them up so where they won't just fall. You can kind of pick them up a little bit, position them the way you want, then tighten them down. Same thing over here, then tighten them down. You want to have your brake lever here, see where the reservoir is. You want to kind of have that flush. That's why it's, sit and balance when the bike's up. And other than that, you're ready to roll. Just make sure all your bolts are tight, make sure everything's good, and make sure everything's positioned the way you like it. Now, obviously for me with the Hellcat, I'm going to put my brush guards back on. But we're running out of space here in time, so we're gonna let loose on that. I'll show you on some videos of how I feel about them and stuff like that. Already sitting on a bike, I love them. They look sick, and it just makes this bike even look more sweet. So see you guys later. We have a video right after this about how to replace new clutch levers on here. So if you guys want to check that out, click the link below, and that'll take you to the new clutch levers and how to put them on. So, like and subscribe. Go check us out on all Instagram and Facebook. Later, guys.